Well, Prime Minister Ingraham says he was saddened to learn of the passing of Sir Clifford Darling this morning. In a statement released today, Mr. Ingraham called Sir Clifford a hero of the labor movement and for the rights and dignity of workers. On behalf of the government and people of the Bahamas, the Prime Minister extended heartfelt condolences to Ygritte Lady Darling, to Sir Clifford's children, Clifford Darling Jr., Andrea Darling Thompson, Charlene Hannah, Teresa McPhee, Rushina Darling, Lucretia Darling, and Charles Darling, and to his extended family and many friends. The statement goes on to say that Sir Clifford's passing brings to a close another remarkable career of an early nation builder and pioneer for equality. The Prime Minister recalls that Sir Clifford's entry into public life was driven by his strong desire to secure equity for fellow disadvantaged taxi drivers. The statement concludes that Bahamians owe a debt of gratitude to Sir Clifford for his half a century of public service, marked by honesty, industry, loyalty, and integrity, and that his proud legacy won't be forgotten. The official opposition Progressive Liberal Party is sending its condolences to the family of Sir Clifford as well. In a statement, opposition leader Perry Christie said he mourns the passing of a man who was one of the builders of the modern Bahamas and a true national hero. Christie says, as impressive as the achievements of Sir Clifford were, it was his courageous leadership during the 1958 general strike which constituted his greatest single accomplishment. Of even greater significance than that, however, it was the general strike that sparked the final phase of the political struggle that would lead to the attainment of majority rule in 1967. Clifford Darling was a major figure, he says, in that political struggle as well, under the banner of the Progressive Liberal Party. At a more personal level, Mr. Christie said Sir Clifford will be remembered by all who knew him as a man of exceptional modesty and uncommon humility. He noted Sir Clifford was also a true Christian gentleman from the old school and who treated everyone with kindness and courtesy. He was also a wonderful example of civility, Mr. Christie said, even towards his political foes. Above all, says Mr. Christie, Sir Clifford was a man of tremendous compassion, courage, and integrity. He was determined to play his part in the alleviation of human suffering and the upliftment of a long oppressed people. In all his endeavors towards these noble ends, he succeeded grandly, and as a nation we are all the richer for it. Well, Member of Parliament for Angliston, Glenys Hannah Martin, is also paying tribute to Sir Clifford, one of her predecessors in the Angliston constituency. In a statement, Hannah Martin said Sir Clifford is beloved by the people of Angliston, who claim him as their very own and who to this day speak of him with tremendous love and respect. She says he was an excellent people's representative and a distinguished son of the soil. Personally, she said, it is a singular honor to have followed in the wake of his legacy in the great community of Angliston. Well, we spoke with several of Sir Clifford's closest friends and colleagues following his passing today. Tonight, they remember him this way.
One of the men I've known has been absolutely honest and absolutely truthful. If Sir Cliff tells you anything, you could believe it. If he doesn't hate anyone, but he will oppose them. And he opposed them, and he opposed those who are opposed to bring a better way of life for us. He opposed them. And he thought his duty was to make a better way of life for all of us. He didn't look for any reward, you know. He looked at good in every man. I think that's the kind of how I could describe him. He looked at you and he sees good in you. He knows you might be doing something wrong, but he figures sooner or later you could do something right. That's the kind of person he was.
Sir Clifford was a good Baptist gentleman, respected in all phases of life, especially in the community, in the Baptist community. One of the highlights of his life was us as Baptists is when he became the first Baptist Governor General of the country. Before that, to my knowledge, was all Anglican members. I will remember him as a good Baptist gentleman in the first order, and as a good Freemason, and as a good political colleague.
The years that I have worked with him, whether as Speaker or as Governor General, has been something great to me. I can never forget Sir Clifford, of what he has done for the government or the people of the Commonwealth of Bahamas, and especially his constituency, Angliston. But he was a man you would have loved instantly. He was soft-hearted and caring. Like I told you before, his dress was impeccable, but he served his country well. May God have mercy on his soul.